What's up people, it's Wasabi and I'm back with another review. Today let's have a look at the Artisan Ninja FX Zero, and this is one of my oldest mouse pads that I have. It was my main pad last year and this year I'm using something different so I don't get bored, you know what I mean? So not a new mouse pad from Artisan, but even after using the Type 99 and the Key 83, the Zero is still my favorite. And as always with the content on my channel, these are my thoughts, personal opinions and experiences with the product. Now before we go any further, let's manage some expectations here real quick. The Ninja FX Zero has long been labeled a control pad, but honestly it doesn't feel like one to me. It's incredibly popular for good reason, and beyond Artisan's top tier build quality, the Zero simply performs well across a wide range of aim styles. It comes off as the safest offering from Artisan, who makes premium mouse pads for gaming, and usually for more expensive products, this XL size is $56.99 at the time of my writing, and the price is the same for either color. People would go for the safe option to get a taste of what the brand can do. The Artisan Zero should come in a flat cardboard packaging, labeled clearly with a sticker that shows the pad size, color, and specs. Simple and clean Japanese presentation. For the design, the Zero FX is simple and elegant. You really can't go wrong with black. It fits in well with any setup, but if you're going for a brighter and more open vibe, the dye orange is a great pick. Just keep in mind that it is prone to stains, so just be cautious if you eat or drink at your desk. As with all Artisan pads, the logo and product name are printed in the bottom right corner. It's subtle and consistent branding. From the surface to the base, the Artisan Zero just feels like a high quality mouse pad. There are no loose threads or bad stitching, exactly what you should expect from Artisan, and to my knowledge all Artisan pads are hand stitched, which makes the craftsmanship even more impressive. It's one of those details that you can really appreciate when you look closely. The surface weave is clean and consistent, giving it a premium feel, and the Japanese pour-on base is soft, grippy, and adds a touch of luxury. Humidity wasn't much of an issue for me, even in Singapore's consistently humid weather. My experience has remained stable day to day, but of course your mileage may vary depending on your climate and how much you sweat. I have the extra large size, which measures 490 by 420. There's also the large 420 by 330 and the extra large 500 by 490 options, available in two colors as well. The Artisan Zero has a fine woven surface, smooth but with a noticeable texture. It's not silky or slick, but instead it has a subtle grain that you can feel under the mouse. Some people might describe it as slightly dry feeling, but that bit of texture gives you a solid sense of control without causing any unwanted drag. What stands out most with the Artisan Zero, it's the well-balanced glide and a nice degree of stopping power. When I first started using it, the initial friction felt low, flicks and micro adjustments felt effortless, which actually made the pad feel a bit too fast to be called a true control pad in my opinion. But that said, it still offers good enough stopping power. It's not sticky but lets you stop precisely without overshooting. Now here's a quick sound test for you to get a better idea about the texture of this mouse pad. The Japanese pour-on FX base grips extremely well. It's one of the standout features of Artisan pads, and I've never had issues with the pad shifting during gameplay. When it is brand new, the base is very sticky. However, since I reposition my pad very often, because I do a lot of shoots on my desk, dust tends to collect on the bottom over time, and this can reduce the grip slightly. So if you notice it not sticking so well, just give both your desk surface and the bottom of a pad a quick wipe with a damp cloth, and that usually restores the grip back to how it was out of the box. For softness, I usually go for the soft option, and that's what I have for the black colorway. It strikes a nice balance between comfort and consistency, and it still allows you to press the mouse into the pad slightly for added control when needed. At 3.5mm thick, the soft option offers a great balance of cushioning and support, especially when it comes to wrist comfort. The Artisan Zero to me is a pad that just feels great across the board. In games like Valorant and Overwatch 2, which are my main titles, the surface never feels like it's getting in the way. The stopping power feels just enough for Valorant, and the glide offers just enough speed for smooth, controlled tracking in a fast-paced game like Overwatch 2. It really feels like the best of both worlds, and the Zero gives you the confidence when aiming. You're not fighting against the pad, but you're also not slipping around uncontrollably. So if I had to sum it up, it's easy to get used to and hard to go wrong with. Now, final thoughts and what do I think of its value? The Artisan Zero remains one of the best all-round pads in my book. It's ideal for players who want a pad that is not too fast and not too slow, with a touch of control for flicking. For sizing, I recommend the extra large size. It's the sweet spot, especially if you're a low sense player without taking too much desk space. Compared to other pads in Artisan's lineup, the Zero feels the most versatile. It's the better option if you play multiple game types or if you're still figuring out what glide style suits you best. To me, it's worth the price, and I appreciate Artisan's quality, and having a pad that works well for more than one game is great value. This is an excellent one and done pad, one I wouldn't hesitate to buy again or even as a gift to someone. There are plenty of solid options available these days, but for me, the Artisan Zero pad with a GPX Superlight 2 and a Wu-Ting 60AG, that is still my all-time favorite classic gaming combo. But as popular as the Artisan Zero is, I definitely encourage everyone to have a look at the many other options available today before you buy. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful in any way, please leave a like and subscribe to support my channel, and I guess I'll see you in the next one.